Hi, everyone. Harry here to talk about DA Bragg's effort to expand the gag order that Judge Merchan imposed on Donald Trump. And very understandable, but I think it might involve a legal misstep or miscalculation. Okay, so recall, Merchan, at the motion of the DA, imposes a gag order, and that gag order quite purposefully tracks the gag order that has been imposed in the Tanya Chutkan election interference case, which, remember, Chutkan imposes. It actually goes up on an appeal brought by Trump, and the Court of Appeals tweaks it a little and restricts the gag order a bit, and basically leaves it that Trump cannot discuss particular witnesses, and he can't insult personnel in the courtroom and families and the like. So that was the order that had passed muster in D.C., and that's what Merchan imposed. But what was permitted after the D.C. circuit in D.C. was he could trash, and has absolutely robustly, viciously trashed Jack Smith himself. The D.C. circuit held that that's on the political side for him of essentially an argument that is fair game in the political context of saying the whole thing is rigged against me and brought by the deep state and Biden and the like. Okay, so Merchan imposes a similar order, and Trump very cunningly, and it has to be, purposefully, then has these screeds that are nasty, dangerous, repugnant, total, bottom feeder, gutter thug stuff, where he totally insults the judge, totally insults the daughter, calls her by name, absolutely intolerable because it puts her in danger, and links them in this, crazy kind of fevered tirade with Adam Schiff and everyone else and Biden himself. Okay, so that's where things stood, and everyone could see, we gotta do, he's driving a Mack truck through this loophole. This is A, really disgusting, and B, dangerous and inappropriate. But what the DA has done is file a motion asking Merchan to clarify that the gag order as written covers the judge and the judge's family, and therefore, no new, don't have to expand or change the terms, but just clarify that it covers it. I don't think it does cover it, or at least it's very debatable, and I don't see it seems to me, given how really rank and dangerous this is, you could just take it another step, notwithstanding the D.C. Circuit, tailored it some because of his First Amendment rights. But his First Amendment rights don't permit this kind of tirade, not to mention that, as I've said a few times, and this is really soon to be the overweening interest in play here, a jury's about to sit. And if a jury were to see these tirades, it would be completely prejudicial and inappropriate. So I think the finesse by the DA to say, it's already covered, and inviting Merchan to do it, I hope he doesn't take up the invitation, because I think it's just not quite accurate. Now, I don't know if that in and of itself could lead to an issue on appeal, but better to say, look how he's now trying to take advantage of the system. This is intolerable for, putting people at risk. And it's one thing to criticize the judge. It's another thing to, call out his daughter and cite. And, the problem always with Trump is the lone MAGA warrior who goes after, Trump vilifies someone, and there are apparently hundreds or more people ready to do his apparent bidding and do them harm. So that's really what I think would be the bet. That is now in front of the judge. We'll see how the judge handles it, but I think the cleaner, better, and solid way would be just to understand, okay, you bastard, I wrote it this way, and now you've completely tried to take advantage and exploit, but now I'm going to enlarge it. This is just no good, inappropriate. There's no possible political basis, in the overall rationale the DC Circuit tries to recognize for you to, trash my daughter this way. Now, it's a little tricky because Trump is always trying to get the goat of a judge in order to instigate an apparent conflict and headbutting that he can then use politically to say they're just after me, or possibly legally to try to recuse a judge, as we've talked about that already, to say, it's personal. And a cool-headed judge, and I think Merchan is that, will not take the bait. On the other hand, there's just no legal reason why Trump needs to be permitted to so vilify and endanger the judge's daughter, who I'm sure already has special security and the like. And I think they should just go at it directly. We will know shortly, but in any event, Trump's efforts certainly put this woman at risk. Some of them are completely based on a false premise that she had put an image on a Twitter feed that in fact she didn't. So they're false, nasty, dangerous, and the like. I don't think the First Amendment prevents Merchan for just saying candidly, calmly, here's another category that's off base, judge's family. We'll see how that goes, and what the judge does with the DA's somewhat, I'd say, overly, not overly subtle, in fact, not quite accurate suggestion that, it's already in there and all you have to do is clarify. And if instead he takes a more direct route. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.